Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Michael and we're going to be getting right back into some more Reddit stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's begin. This story was posted by a user named Outside Apartment in the Relationship Advice subreddit. The post is titled, I am 43M and my 36FGF asked to open the relationship. I just pointed her to the door. I strongly believe that in a monogamous relationship, when someone asks to open it, it's because that person saw something else out there and is ready to try it instead of working on the relationship. Basically, it's blindsiding their partner. I have been with Fran, 36, over the last 2.5 years, almost 2 as a couple. I thought that things were moving smoothly and was about to ask her to move in at the beginning of April, but lately she was acting rather distant. So I decided to wait a little and watch. I was cheated on in the past, so I'm a little cautious with some signs. Out of nowhere this last Friday, she asked me to open the relationship. She gave me her big speech, and when she ended her presentation, I asked her if she had someone in mind, because it's not like we decided today and would basically be going out with other people tomorrow. I tricked her into telling me what I already knew, and yes, she had someone in mind, which means to me that either she already did it or she had it all set up. So I got up and walked around the apartment while she was trying to say that this could be good for both of us and our relationship. By the time she finished talking, I handed her one of my sports bags with all her stuff in it and told her to leave the spare key on the table on her way out, that we were done, and she knew why. Then I went to the couch and turned on the TV, just trying to look indifferent and save face. She was speechless for a while, about to cry, but before she could say something, I told her that I didn't want to talk about anything and she should leave. As soon as she left, I felt like crap, so unworthy. I cried a little, and as of right now, I'm still mourning. My phone has been going almost nuclear with all the calls and texts I received from friends on both sides about my extreme reaction over her simple request. Don't know what she told them. So now I'm sitting wondering if I really went overboard and at the same time fighting the urge to run back to her because deep inside, even knowing my feelings for her are still there. The trust is gone and I'm not going to spend all my time watching her movements. It's not healthy. Maybe in time, I really don't know. Before anyone points it out, yes, I know my reaction is a pure reflection of me, not what she did or was about to do or could do. So did I go overboard? Edit. Sorry about my English. Keep that in mind if you don't understand something in my writing. User Any Limit said, handled perfectly, you did nothing wrong. She already had feelings for another person, at least sexually, so she should go have fun with them. She just doesn't get to go have that fun and have you. If people in your life don't understand that, then they can pound sand too. User K Ajay said, no man, you killed it. You are the person everyone should aspire to be. More than half of the open relationship posts here could easily be avoided if people had a fraction of your courage. Power to you. Hope you find someone better. Take care. The next day, OP gave us an update. First of all, thanks for all the replies and upvotes. I never thought this post would get this much attention. I just wrote to put order in my ideas and vent a little, and with the hope a few people would tell me if I went overboard. But I didn't expect the amount of replies I got, so many thanks to all for that. Some people pointed out that maybe I went overboard, that maybe she wasn't aware of my position on the subject. I replied to some, but there were too many comments to get back to all. To clarify, maybe a year back approximately, we had a couple of friends in a similar situation, and for like a month, that was the main theme of conversation in our group of friends. Every time I said that for me, it's a big no, and if one person in a relationship needs to be with other people, well, she or he should leave. About the friends trying to mend things, well, they weren't totally aware of the situation. Yesterday, after I posted here and with my ideas more defined, I went to see a group of them and told them my point. All of them agreed with me at different levels. Some of them wanted to let it go, others wanted to burn her at the stake. Of course, a few girls in the group pointed out that I could have done things in a better way, and there were also a few questions about whether I could consider giving her another chance. But for me, the main issue is not feelings. I know that I love her, but the trust is gone, and I don't want to find myself wondering all the time what she's up to. After I left, my friends talked to other people who weren't there, and basically, the waters have calmed. If you're wondering what she's doing, I really don't know. I got a few texts from her, but haven't read them yet and don't think I will anytime soon. Anyway, I know it's not much, but this is all I've got for now. Note, when I first joined this part of Reddit, I didn't get what people got here by posting their relationship troubles, but I do get it now. Userface said, do not take her back. The moment she's deeply interested in an open relationship, she's no longer respecting you. Asking for an open relationship is like she's thinking you are inadequate in providing her the sexual experience that she wants or needs. If she wants to embark on a sexual adventure with somebody else other than you, she can do it while being single. User Professional Key said, perfection in my opinion. Number 1, always ask if they have someone in mind already. It's very rare that opening will work out if they do. My favorite is when they talk to the other person before talking to their partner, because if it's not on the table with the other person, they don't want to possibly hurt their relationship. Sorry, that's not poly or ENM, that's trying to cheat with permission. Just be open and ask for a hall pass if that's the case. Call it what it is. I also like when the partner agrees to open, does the work, the asker gets with the person they planned it all around, it fizzles out, and they're just lost because they never thought past that one person. Then they want to close because they got that one person out of their system. Silly rabbits. User Canary Downtown said, hope you're doing better. Honestly, she already had someone in mind. She was distant from you before the talk, which comes off as if she's been emotionally cheating on you. You didn't do anything wrong, you didn't scream at her, and based on this post, you both talked about this subject and you set your boundaries on, that's a no-no for me. You like her, you care for her, but you're not on the same page in terms of relationships. She wants to explore an open relationship. You don't. She can't force you to do it. The same way you can't force her to give up what she wants. You already mentioned this. If you give the relationship a second chance right away, you're going to overthink everything she does. Who is she talking to? Is that a friend or someone she's interested in? It's not emotionally healthy for you or her. Because, believe it or not, most people who have been given a second chance right away after one of the parties disclosed they wanted an open relationship but were turned down believe that's the end of it, but not for the person who received the news. For them, that's the beginning of questioning their relationship, their partner's behavior, and soon they will want to get answers, and another layer of resentment can be formed. Enjoy this alone time. You already know your worth and you showed it to her and everyone who knows you with how you reacted. If you want to get back together, go ahead if that's what you truly want, but only after you both know exactly what you expect and want from the relationship. About a week later, OP posted another update. Hello to every stranger interested in how things ended. I wasn't much on the idea of posting any other update, but some people have been asking, so here it is. Finally, after listening to various friends and some Reddit users, I talked to her just to sort things out. Last Friday, we met at our regular place where we take coffee. From a distance, she looked great. So great that I just wanted to say it and drag her back to my place. When I got close to her, I noticed her sadness and she still had her eyes irritated from crying. We sat, and before she could say a word, I asked her to tell me the entire story and to please not leave anything out, that I needed it. And then I would ask her a few things and also needed all the truth. The story is pretty basic. Around 2 months before she asked for the open relationship, on her girls' dancing night out, they met this exotic, good-looking guy. During the first month, he was the new flavor that all the single friends in the group were trying out, which led to girls talking and sharing experiences. Eventually, this guy, who was having his way with all the girls around him, set his eyes on Fran and began to flirt with her, taking her to the dance floor and having fun. Well, here is when she should have stopped things, because we had an agreement about dancing nights, that she would stay away from any guy, because we guys are pigs and it's pretty rare that a guy just wants to dance. Anyway, because of the excitement, she went for it, enjoyed the attention of this guy, and had a great time dancing. Looking at the timeline, this was around the time I noticed that Fran was distant. Moving forward a few weeks, her friends were sharing more intimate stories about this guy, and that got into her mind. She found herself fantasizing about doing it with him. Also, he was trying to make a move on her too, but from what she told me, she didn't go for it because she was with me. Drinks and drunken friends are bad counselors, and once the idea of opening the relationship came out, they were over 2 weeks chatting about how to convince me that because a long time ago I had threesomes and also swung a little, I should be okay with the idea of opening the relationship. But threesomes and swinging are things you do as a couple and out of pure excitement. All this led to the day she asked to open the relationship. She told me that she and her friends never thought that I would end the relationship in the moment, that the worst scenario would be me getting angry and saying no. So there was no big deal in just asking. At this point, I interrupted her and told her that she should know better. We were together for over 2 years, and I always shared my thoughts about everything with her. She agreed. At this point, I explained to her that I didn't break up with her for the question. I did it because there was already a guy, so for me, that was a major trust issue. If this was some concern that came out naturally, maybe we could have worked it out. In the worst scenario, maybe we could have found an alternative, but the way things were, it was an alert for me. We went around the topic for a while, and then I began to question her. Basically, I asked if she was intimate with him at some point. She said she wasn't. If she developed some feelings for him, no, she didn't. And lastly, if she had seen this guy again, and that was also a no. Even if that is not much, that was a small relief. But I explained to her that I can't go back to her. I need to close this for my own health. Also, I told her that we share a lot of friends, and I don't want to lose any of them because of this, and it wouldn't be fair to ask them to choose so we can behave like adults and keep things friendly. If my friends take one side, it's because they want to, not because I ask them to. She said how sorry she is, that if she could, she would undo everything, but she knew it can't be done. She was about to cry, I was too. So it was a good moment to ask for the check and leave. I walked her to her car, opened the door for her, and she started to cry. I couldn't help but hug her. We stood there for about 10 minutes. When she calmed down, she got into her car and drove off. I was in shock. I went home, grabbed my camping gear, and drove to the mountains and spent all weekend there to clear my mind. Early this morning, I was driving back to the city, and the moment my phone grabbed signal, it got flooded with messages from friends and family, all worried because basically I disappeared without telling anybody. I texted back to everyone telling them that I was okay, that I went out camping, and at the moment was driving to work. Also, I got a text from her, something along the lines that she feels that we are not over yet, and that she thinks I need time to leave all this behind me, and she will wait in the hope of it. I haven't texted her back because I'm pretty sure I'm done, but experience has taught me to never say never. So for now, I'm going to take it easy, doing what I like and see where things take me. Well, that's it. Thanks all for your support and advice. Edit. Sorry about my English. User Pumpkin said, listening to friends is not always the smartest thing. You never know if they do it with good or bad intentions. You did the right thing and you're acting so mature, but I'm sure part of you is hurting. It's a brave thing to keep things cool. You did nothing wrong, but her not communicating with you was and will be a major regret she'll have to live with. User Johnny Jack said, I really don't get the difference between threesomes and swinging. Like you said, an open relationship is a no because that person saw something else out there and is ready to try it instead of working on the relationship. Basically, it's blindsiding his or her partner, but an open relationship means engaging romantically or sexually, and we can clearly agree that she just wanted sex. The same you had when you had threesomes or tried swinging. I don't mean that you are wrong for having them, but I get where she came from. She was like, just like he had sex with other persons outside of his relationship that both parties agreed to, so it shouldn't be a problem asking. So yeah, I would like to know what's so different from you having sex with other people and an open relationship that, like I said, can be just sex. This next post was made in the same subreddit by a throwaway account. The post is titled, I am 25F and my ex-BF, 27, left me for my best friend, 25, and now they want me to be part of their wedding party. 3 years ago, Josh, my boyfriend of about 1.5 years, broke up with me because he had feelings for Anna, my best friend. We hung out a lot, and they said that they eventually developed feelings for one another. They admitted that Josh had been cheating on me. They made a fool out of me. They made me think that everything was okay when it really was not. If they had admitted it at that time, I would have tried to be understanding and tried to support them, but they chose to lie. So I cut them both off. I focused on school and found a job with a good income. Josh and Anna tried to reach out to me at first, telling me that they still wanted to be friends, but I blocked them. Now I am living in the town next to our hometown. I got a wonderful job opportunity, so I moved, but I liked that I was still close enough to visit my parents and other relatives. About a month ago, I heard about their wedding from a common friend. It didn't really bother me anymore, so I just went on with my life. A week ago, I received a message from Anna telling me that she and Josh were getting married and that they would like me to be a part of the wedding party. I replied, congratulations, no thank you. I had no feelings for Josh anymore and I'm even seeing someone else, but I don't want to celebrate the wedding of two people who betrayed me. They were insistent. Josh also messaged me via a different number. Some of my friends also tried to convince me to come to the wedding. I firmly said no. Even my mom called me asking if I was going, and when I said no, she sounded disappointed, but she didn't push it. This is all just quite weird to me. Why would you want your ex-girlfriend / ex-best friend, the girl you cheated on, to be part of your wedding party? The day before yesterday, Anna's parents called me, telling me that they missed me and really hoped I could go to the wedding. I firmly said that I would not be going. Her mom berated me, saying that I should let bygones be bygones and that I should be happy for her daughter. I asked her if I cheated on Anna's boyfriend and then invited her to the wedding. Would she convince Anna to go? She had no answer to this, and I hung up. This is quite getting out of hand because I'm receiving more than 20 to 30 calls and texts a day from their friends and family about this wedding. Any advice on how to handle this? Also, any insights on why they want me to go to their wedding? I don't think it's normal that they are very insistent. Edit, thank you so much for all the advice. I didn't think this would get so much attention. I just want to clarify a few things that I read about in the comments, though I'm very sorry that I have not yet read all of them. First of all, my mom is not going to the wedding, but I think she wants to go. That's why she was asking me if I was going. I'm going to talk to her after work. Anna messaged me with a different number. I don't know how she got my number. Also, my hometown is a small town, and most of our friends did know that I was cheated on. That's why this seems so weird to me. I did block the people who were very insistent. Also, I keep blocking the people that text me about the wedding, but new numbers just keep popping up, which makes it more weird that people are actually making an effort to get new numbers just so I would attend an ex's wedding. I'm gonna talk to a close friend who still lives in my hometown. She hates Anna for what she did to me, and she may know what's going on. That's all for now. Thank you so much for all the advice in the comments and messages. User Plus Data said they want you at the wedding to help relieve their own guilt. They think it will make people think all is forgiven and forgotten, when in reality, no one will ever trust these two people with their partners or friends ever. Let them rot. And if people go on, cut contact with them too. User Kaklexis said they want you at the wedding so that they can stop feeling guilty about being the lying cheaters that they are. If you're at their wedding, that means you forgive them, and that means everyone will know that they aren't terrible people. If you're so inclined, post something on social media about how they cheated with each other and how they are now harassing you and have people harassing you on their behalf. Make it clear that they are in fact terrible people. Maybe it will get them to back off. User Samri said, I'm actually astonished. Are people really this morally ambivalent? The couple themselves are amazingly selfish and sound rather insecure to invite the victim of their sordid behavior to their wedding. But why would others feel the need to chime in? You are correct in telling them, no, I won't be attending. For those who insist, I can only hope that they do not know the real story about how the two got together. Perhaps they are not aware of the details. In that case, fill them in. Just say, well, since they both cheated on me and lied to me and snuck around behind my back, I am sure you can understand why I'm reluctant to attend.